Hi guys, Mark here with the Gunner Project again. I want to talk to you today about something called the Serenity Prayer. Basically, the Serenity Prayer talks about controlling those things that we can control, letting the things go that you really have no control over, and having the wisdom to know the difference between the two, between the things you can control and the things that you really have no control over. If we are consistently pursuing happiness, like we're talking about doing, waking up every morning, deciding that happiness is definitely something that you want in your life, that you want to try to bring into the lives of those around you. If this is something you're really going to try to do on a regular basis, understanding the things you can control and being able to identify those things that you have no control over is a very, very important thing, very important for your happiness. So through the course of the day, I think that all of us, we fret and we worry and we're concerned with things that we just really don't have any control over. And worrying about them and talking about them and getting all worked up about them really is not going to have any effect whatsoever. At the same time, I think that each of us, there are a lot of things during the course of the day that we could change, that we do have full control over, and sometimes we don't see it. We don't see that we have that control, and so we let those things go, and that creates hardship or frustration or anger and pain or whatever that might be. We've talked a little bit, as we've talked about happiness, about this idea that when you're sort of get into something, sometimes the best thing for you to do is just to take a step back and remove yourself from that situation for a second and just look at that situation sort of like you're an observer. And I think this is one of the really important things as we talk about the Serenity Prayer and talk about the things that you can control and those things you can't control. Sometimes taking a step back and looking at a situation and just really asking yourself, is this something that I have any control over? If it is, you should dive in and do what you can do to rectify the situation or to make it better. A lot of times, though, when you do that, you'll take that step back and say, is this really anything I can control? And it'll be very clear to you that you can't, right? Some things you can't control. I can't control how another person's going to react or what other people are saying or, but there are definitely things I can control. I can control who the people I'm going to hang around with. I can control whether or not I study for this test. I can control how I react to somebody who's maybe said something nasty to me. Those are all things under my control. But there are a lot of things during the course of the day that you can't control. And your ability to clearly recognize those things is going to make a huge impact on the happiness that you can derive for yourself and for your family and friends and those people around you. So again, think a little bit about the Serenity Prayer, maybe even look it up. But it's really dealing with your knowledge of the things you can control and controlling those things and understanding the things you can't control and just kind of letting them go, right? You can't do anything about them anyway, and sort of the wisdom to know the difference between the two. So again, Mark with the Gunner Project. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.